Hello everyone! I am finally back with a new seed to review with you. A little different this time. Instead of doing a large map with all 25 of them, I found a few small maps that I thought were worth sharing, and if you like one of them or more of them, you can then load it yourself and expand it to medium or large as you want. Again, start small, discover everything, and then go big, or you run the risk of losing some of the structures you might find. One other thing, as I started documenting or plotting out witch huts, igloos, and I did go and find the portal for all of them. So when we get to the map part, you'll actually see those are all on there as well. So this is the first one. You can see the maps in my hand. Nice variety of terrain here. I call this one the Crazy 8 because it actually has 8 villages, which don't really see too often here. You can see this one is actually, you can see the other one from the first one. I call it the first one. That's truthfully where I started. Not too far from this one is the third one. Although, with 8 villages and one small map, none of them are really that far away from each other. And I really like villages in maps more than other structures. Next to probably desert temples are my favorite. So this map has a variety of terrain to offer, plenty of places to explore. There is one mansion, and there are a few shipwrecks and a couple sets of ruins floating around as well. So you do have a few unique structures to explore. No desert temples, to my disappointment. And even though I started documenting witch huts and igloos, none of those were here either. But a good starter seed. And instead of waiting till the end of the video and going through all the map and plotting all the points, I'm just going to pop the map up on the screen for you. And on one screen I have the map, the plot points, and all the coordinates. You can just take a screenshot of that, or at the end of the video, or at the end of each one, I'll do that. Or you can still download the links. I'll still make those available for you if you want the documents for yourself. So I'll show you the map of this one real quick, and then we'll head on to map number 2. And here we are, map number 2, one I named Millionaires Row. If you can see the map in my hand, you'll see there are 3 mansions, which hasn't happened a lot in maps I've just reviewed or opened up or anything. Not since mansions first came out. They used to be everywhere, and now they're not so much. In this particular seed, there are 3. You actually spawn right next to this one. I mean, it's like within a couple blocks of where spawn point is. And it's also close to not just this pretty little village, but another one a little farther into the woods. And I love the terrain and the layout, and even the design with the different wood of the buildings that are in these forest biomes. Otherwise, not a terrible amount of variety to this terrain. In this map, there's no water structures at all. It's all swamp. So you would have to expand to a larger size map to get some of the water structures. But if you are a fan of exploring and conquering mansions, then this is definitely the map for you. And there are still 4 villages, so it's not like there's nothing else to do. Unfortunately, this desert area over here, although it's big enough, didn't actually turn out to have anything very useful in it. But again, if you're a mansion kind of person, this is the map for you. If you want to be a millionaire, you can come play on Millionaires Row. So here, real quick, I will show you the map. Again, I plotted everything, including the portal. And then I will hop over to map number 3. And here we're at map number 3, one I named Valley of the Kings, due to it similar to the real Valley of the Kings, having so many desert temples, which, as I said, is one of my favorite types of structures to explore. So here's a nice big village right in the middle of the map, and which also happens to be right next to the portal. So you can dig straight down here and you'd be perfectly safe, I am sure. But there it is, and again, it will also appear on the map when I show it. But as I talk about the Valley of the Kings part, there's a nice good-sized village out here in the desert as well. And one of the temples near it Here's another little village. And what I thought was really cool about this one, so this village is near, I actually flew over this a couple of times while going through the map, was there's actually a desert temple buried to within 2-3 blocks of the peak, which I have never seen before, which also is really the reason I came up with Valley of the Kings, because it was like you really had to look around to discover that one. Now overall, there's plenty of structures here. I mean, there are shipwrecks, there's ruins, there is a mansion, desert temples, one ocean monument, so not great, but also not too bad just to have that many different structures in a single map. All the terrain you could want is here. This is one of my favorite ones of the group, but they're all worth giving a try if you'd like. So I will go through real quick, show you the map and plot points and coordinates for this one, and then head over to map number 4. And here we are in village number 4, and there's one of those useless green villagers. I called this one Waterworld, and if you look at the map, you can see why. That is kind of a lame name, I get it. But it does have a lot of water, so I will have to drink my potion of night vision to make sure I can see everything and show you everything that is there to see underwater. And, oh, I just passed it. Somewhere around here. There it is. It was here somewhere. So there's the portal. It actually spawned relatively close to here too, if I remember. So anyway, that's, again, something I decided to start keeping track of. This one does have plenty of underwater structures, monuments with ruins nearby. There's 2 monuments within sight of each other. I mean, I think you can literally see one from the other if you're underwater. Pretty close there. And that's really what this map is, just a lot of water. So it definitely, of all the ones I've talked about today, it by far is the most. 4 shipwrecks, what, 7 sets of ruins? Only 2 villages, but it's 4 ocean monuments in total. So that's just, again, a water paradise for you. A tiny little village up here. So it has villages, but they really don't even count for much. But again, if you are the pirate, seafaring, adventurer type, this map is probably ideal for you. So I will show you the map and plot points for this one, and then head to the last one. And here we're at the last one I wanted to show you. I called this one the Witches of Eastbrick. Obviously stolen from a really cheesy movie. Because this one happens to have 3 witch huts, which, again, something I just hadn't seen prior to that. So this one's right near this poor mansion. The poor tenants there must just be awfully haunted by them. And then here's another one really close by, and this one's right next to a village. So this poor village is just under just the terror of being harassed by a witch on a nightly basis. And if that weren't enough, there's a 3rd one right out here. Now, this witch is kind of on its own, not really anybody nearby, but be careful if you go exploring, because you never know what you might come across. And this map also does, aside from the witch part being cool, it also does have almost everything. The only thing I didn't find was a jungle temple. And otherwise you have desert temples, plenty of villages. There are 5 of those, the shipwrecks, ruins, and then that big plot of water on the top right hand side of the map does have an ocean monument in it. So it does have a little bit of everything. So it's got a big variety, and for some reason, I mean, this barely counts as a village, but I did get several comments asking me about witch huts, so one of the reasons I started tracking them. Anyway, so I will finish this video by going over to that map for this one with all the plot points, coordinates, etc. So here I am high in my castle of the Witches of Eastbrick map. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all the likes, the subscribes. Send me any comments, any questions. I'd be happy to share any information I have, any questions about how I map, what I do, anything like that. Send it my way. I will answer as soon as I am able. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon.